Shabbat Shalom. We've reached the end of a book of the Torah, the end of Breshit. And we see a parallel here between Jacob and Joseph. Jacob says to his son Joseph the following words, Al na tikbareni b'Mitzrayim. Don't bury me here in Egypt. Carry my casket and take me to the land of Canaan. Bury me with my forefathers, Abraham and Isaac. And Joseph at the end of the portion also says that he should not be buried in Egypt, that his bones should be taken out after the future exodus of Israel from Egypt. What's his opposition to Egypt? Well, Egypt or Mitzrayim is a place that means constriction. It's kind of ironic because the land of Israel, especially the land of the Negev, was desert, barren, devoid of a lot of life. Yet Egypt had the lifeblood of the Nile. It was lush. It was green. But what it's talking about here is being spiritually constricted, spiritually bereft. Jacob knows the promise that God promised him, the same promise God promised his grandfather Abraham, about a permanent dwelling place in the land of Canaan. And he wants to be buried there. He wants to join his father Isaac, his grandfather Abraham, in having the burial place, his final resting place in Canaan. And Joseph sees this example and wants the exact same thing. Of course, we know Jacob is buried in the cave of the patriarchs in Hebron, and Joseph is buried separately from the patriarchs. He's not a patriarch, he's buried in Shechem. But the same point remains. This idea of, at the end of one's life, returning to his or her roots, returning to the place that one had been before or one felt destined to be. And we see this all the time in terms of wills, whether a last will and testament or an ethical will, that people state, this is my intention in terms of burial, and it is very important to them. Let's remember from Jacob and Joseph's examples to always stay true to our roots, to never forget where we came from, and when push comes to shove, that we recognize that where we are buried is a place of value, that we don't just pass from this world and just disappear, but that having a proper burial site at a place where people will visit, at a place where we'll maintain that relationship and connection with others, that is something of great value. Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to seeing you in Shul or on live stream as we conclude Sefer Breshit, the book of Genesis, with Parshat VaYehi.